Alright folks, here's a video. This is going to be really short. Haven't done nothing on this channel for a while. I'll put this on this channel. But here's a video here of this young beautiful black woman who had a very strange issue happen with her and her husband, where her husband felt that she was playing games with him or something on Halloween, and he obviously felt that she just wanted to become sick so that she wouldn't have to go to his sister's house for Thanksgiving or Halloween. I don't understand why they had to go to their sister's house for Halloween, because the kids wanted to do trick-or-treat. I guess they figured they'd do trick-or-treat together as a whole with his her sister's house. Her sister's house or his sister's house, one. I think it was his sister's house. She stayed in the car, which was kind of dumb. You're sick. If you're sick, then you stop everything and you say, "Hey, everybody, I'm sick. Maybe y'all can go on and do Thanksgiving Halloween without me. And honey, could you go get me some medicine? Maybe I'll feel better after I take some medicine." Okay, but what she did was she just decided she didn't take no medicine. She just decided to sit in the car, which was kind of dumb on her part. When she's sick, how's being sitting in the car? You need to be at home resting. What she should have did was stayed at home resting. But they went to his sister's house, and she decided to sit in the car like a child. And then nothing was said. And then when she wanted to go lay down, he was escorting her upstairs to lay down, and the conversation on both of them's part went wrong because both of them went silent on each other. She said, "Yeah, I want you." He says, "Do you want me to leave you alone?" And she said, "Yeah, I want you to leave me alone because I'm sick." And he went ballistic about it, and then he didn't speak to her for 2 weeks or something. Okay. Now she goes on. This is where it all gets nasty and stupid and pro-black, and it could end up in a divorce. She starts to feel a certain way because her husband's giving her the silent treatment for 2 weeks. He's got her in a doghouse. So now, because she refuses to explain to him exactly that, "Sweetheart, I really, really was sick. I really wanted you to leave me alone. It was not that I didn't want to sleep with you, or it's not that I didn't want to celebrate Halloween or anything like that. I just was really, really, really sick." But now she's getting on here with these little grinny smiles talking about how she feels that she lets her husband get away with this all the time. And, and it's like, I don't know what else she puts on the net, but this obviously is the first time she put her husband on the net like this, and she's going to the net as if the net is a counselor and they need to listen to her, but yet she's going to tell you, because you decide to counsel her, she's going to put you in place and let you know that you're the idiot here, because you're trying to tell her the truth about what she should do, which some of the stuff, they're trying to make her condemn her husband and go after her husband. She won't do that, but they're also condemning her for the way she's carrying on, and she won't settle for that. So what will she settle for? I don't believe in putting my situation on the net. I can put my ex-wife on the net because me and my ex-wife don't talk. And I've decided that I really don't want to go to her house anymore. Because I went to the hospital to see a friend of mine who was in the hospital, and my friend said some things to me that my ex-wife had said about me. And I'm thinking, we've been divorced for over 20 years. You still talking nasty stuff about me? We're both about to die soon, and you still talking trash on me? I got to the point where, you know what? I ain't even going back to that woman's house anymore to see my kids. And my kids are grown. My kids want to see me. They know my number. Okay, I'm not going back in her house after she's still talking trash on me after all these years. So that kind of offended me. This dude want to talk about some trash that my ex-wife said about me when I'm there to see him in the hospital. He was more interested in the trash when he knows my wife talked trash on me when we was married. Why wouldn't she talk trash on me now that we're divorced? But he wanted to talk about the trash. I didn't want to talk about the trash. I wanted to talk about him being in the hospital and why he was there and how his health was doing. But no, he felt that I'm not the kind of guy that would come after what my wife said about me, my ex-wife that is. What she said about me, I'm not the kind of guy that gives a rat's butt about him being in the hospital or something. And he's not the first one that treated me like that, all because of stuff that my ex-wife said about me. Okay, so, but you don't see me putting her on blast on the net. I can put her on blast on the net because you'll never meet her. She doesn't do social media. Now, this woman, both her and her husband do social media. But my ex-wife doesn't do social media. And she's not going to talk about me on the net because she's scared to death of the net, okay? Which I should be scared to death of the net. This woman got on the net talking about that one little incident about her husband, which she decided this time to be this humble one. Most of the time, she claims anyway, she's the humble one. And she worships her husband and all like that. But now, the day that she decided to put this on the net was the day she stopped worshiping her husband. The day that she decided to put this on the net is the day that she started becoming more like a feminist. The day that she decided to put this on the net was the day that she decided that she's going to be an unfit and disloyal wife. Folks, I'm going to keep this short. Don't put your business on the net, especially your intimate relationships. Your husband, any man that you might be living with, or any woman that you might be living with or married to, or none of that. Do not put it on the net. There's some things that don't belong on the net. People on the net are like people, in New York City looking for a protest. Okay? They're going to say anything and everything, and ain't none of them got the brains to help you. Okay? If you want marriage advice or something like that, or you want somebody to listen to you, there's plenty of marriage counselors on the net. There's plenty of, romance so-called counselors on the net and all that kind of stuff that can help you bring your marriage back and all like that. But you don't just get on the net or on your page on Facebook or whatever and talk down on your husband or your wife like that. Okay? Okay? Now, she wanted advice. They gave her advice, and now she want to tell them to keep strolling, But, like I said in the, here in the comment section here, this is what I said. When her husband finds out she put him on the net, ain't going to be no strolling, just making the whole thing worse. And that's true. Now, her husband got on here and he showed himself the brave one because he kept it simple. He said, I'm not going to talk about her. I'm not going to talk about me. If she's right, she's right. Click. That was it. He was the better man. Her husband was the better man. Her husband won. Okay? Because it was all about him being mad because she had something to tell him and she didn't want to tell him. In his opinion, she had something to tell him and didn't want to talk about it. And so he was upset. Instead of her saying, honey, I hope you do understand I'm really sick and it has nothing to do with me not wanting to go to your sister's house, or it has nothing to do with me wanting to not participate in Halloween, which I don't see nothing wrong with. If you don't want to participate in Halloween, you might be a better Christian than I am. But you know what I'm saying? If you don't want to participate in Halloween, I don't see why anybody should be offended because you don't want to participate in Halloween. But the point is, she had something to say and she didn't say it. He wanted her to say it. Out of all the times women talk too much, she's supposed to be sick. He wanted her to talk. and she didn't want to talk about it. She just wanted to go to bed without him and all like that. And I guess he was hoping she would ask him for things, like ask him to go to the store and get her some medicine, or ask him to do something to make him feel like a man. And she is very attractive, I must admit. Okay, especially after looking at her husband. Her husband looks too much like a plain Joe to me. But I figure her husband was like some really pretty faced dude, popping, muscle bound. Her husband just like a tall, big, chubby dude. I'm like, wow. But she is very attractive. But I just think she became unattractive the minute she decided to put this on social media. That's just my opinion. Okay, you don't put your business out there on social media. Everything ain't for social media. Okay, some things, like when it comes to our intimate relationships, don't go on social media. Don't put them on social media. Now, if you think you putting something on social media because it might save your life, if your husband is abusing you and the only thing you have for anybody to know what happened to you is social media, that's fine. But to put you and your husband on social media because y'all had a little simple argument, or your husband ain't speaking to you. Now there's her husband there. He looked like an average Joe to me. I expected him to look like Denzel Washington or something. I expected him to look like because she is hot. I figure he got to be But hey, what makes people get married and what makes people have one night stands are two 100% different things, But again, I just really, and what he says here. Matter of fact, I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play what he says here. Let me see here. It's real simple. Okay. Let me
address a video that my wife made. Apparently it went viral.
He handling this like a brother.
That sip of the cup just confirmed a lot for me. Good luck. Good luck.
I heard the story.
That's all I needed to see.
What happened? It didn't go any way like the way she said it happened.
Be blessed.
But I heard the story. I want to let you guys know that my wife won today. And for all of you husbands and boyfriends and significant others, your wife won too. My wife was right. For all of you husbands, boyfriends, and significant others, your wife is right too. Take that bit of advice with you. I know all you guys want to hear my side of the story, and some of you want to hear me throw my wife under the bus. Let me tell you something. I don't have time for foolishness. I don't have time for games. And I don't have time for nonsense, and neither should you. So what I want you guys to do is have a blessed day.
Wow.
I want you to put God first.
Wow.
And I would like for you to do the right thing simply because it's the right thing to do. Y'all have a good one. Be blessed. Peace.
I'm going to stop right there. He handled that like a champ. You know what he said? He said his wife, like your wife is always right. You're never going to be right when it comes to going back and forth with a woman. Your wife won today. She went as far as to put you on social media. She can have that all to herself. But he's letting you know in a way that should make you, in a way, kind of tell her to stop what she's doing. Quit putting him on there. Quit let it go. she should let it go because he's letting it go. He didn't even put it on social media. He gonna get on social media and just let it go. Let you know he ain't gonna do it the way she do it. He ain't gonna put her on social media, put her on blast like that. That's something women do. And she won because she ain't gonna never let you win. So she won. She's always gonna win. Unless you get in a divorce, she's always gonna win. So if he's gonna keep his marriage after she done put him on blast like that, he gotta let her win. And he can't get on there and go back and forth. Every time she say something, he gonna get on there and defend himself. He can't do that. That's what he just said. He cut that in 3 ways, and you probably didn't even see it. But, you know, I think that this shows how we need to be careful about social media. Social media, you know, you people that get on here and, you know, you follow people and you leave likes and comments and all like that, you're being used. And you people that post your stuff on YouTube, stuff that should be personal and kept secret, you're being used. Okay, you're both being used. The followers are using those that they follow, and those that are digging for subscribers and putting their business out there, everybody's being used. You're being used to entertain, and you're being used to make something bigger than what it really is. And you're being used to be the backbone behind somebody's demise. And you know, if somebody wants to say something to me about me on social media and I don't have my own social media channel, like let's say I have a music channel and my wife has her own separate channel. If my wife get on social media and say something about me, and I'm not even sharing a channel with her, I'm on my own channel doing my own thing. Okay, y'all don't even know me. She has to like post me on her channel for y'all to know who her husband is. Okay, guess what? I wouldn't even do this video he just did. Whatever. She's over there on her channel talking about me saying whatever, and had the nerve to let me see some of it like I care. Like, okay, I wouldn't care. I just, you know, I'm gonna be the bigger man and keep the peace. Because I know that us going back, if a man act like a woman, he can ruin his marriage. Oh, if a man let a woman get away with A and B, he can save his marriage a lot of times, because this woman will come back home and stop acting like the prodigal child eventually. Now, if a man let his wife get away with A, B, and C, he might be letting her get away with too much. See what I'm saying? Because now she's just being disloyal and basically unfaithful right in front of his eyes, and in the front of the whole world. That's another thing altogether. But letting a woman get away with A and B, and this is all figure of speech, okay? The way you carry yourself, A will subtract B, and then A will subtract A. You see what I'm saying? Eventually, there'll be nothing there for her to put on social media, because all she's doing is expressing that she's a woman, and how women just make a big deal about stuff that ain't that big. Okay? My man felt a certain way about her, you know, need to express, you know, to talk to him about her sickness that day, and she didn't want to talk about it the way he wanted to talk about it. And now he's feeling dumb because he acted like a woman that day instead of acting like a man. And that's basically what he also said here. Like, it's done. Like, yeah, she won. Okay, whatever. It, you know, she's the one that got on social media trying to make it more than what it is, not me. See what I'm saying? So, but how much better would it be if a woman didn't put her stuff on social media? So now, that she put her junk on social media, he's going to tell you, he's telling you, you know, where the rubber meets the road, where y'all need to, like, you know, not get so far involved in what's going on between him and his wife. But at the same time, now he's got to really work things out with his wife, because now that his wife has spent so much time putting this on social media about that one little issue that might have been irreconcilable. Okay, I'll be honest. Your spouse not speaking to you for 2 weeks is irreconcilable. It's like, once we start speaking together, don't ever do that to me again, or, you know, we might not be together. But they got to talk about this, and they can't put it on social media. They have to talk about this. They have to work this out, and that's you know, social media can't help them. They have to work this out. Even more so now that his wife was dumb enough to put this on social media, like y'all can help her when y'all can't help her. Okay, and he knows that she was dumb for putting it on social media. Him and her got to talk about that. Like, what was your point, sweetheart, to put me on social media? Okay? I'm the one that was mad because I felt you was giving me the silent treatment. But you gonna put me on social media? Okay. That's my video. I just wanted to use this to bring out a good point. I hope it helps. Thank you for watching. Talk to you guys later with more in Jesus' name. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your time. God bless. Like, share, subscribe, leave a comment.